Hi, this is Miss Garrison. I'm from Corrects, and this is the Mapleton Math Playground. I'm so glad you're here. Let's play today. I love playing with math. I think math should be fun. Real math should make you curious and explore and try to figure out what's going on in a situation. And that's how we apply it to real life. Today, I'm going to show you a game. It's called 1-2 NIM. And it is named after the very first electronic computer game that was ever made in 1940, believe it or not. So the first thing I'm going to need you to do is go get 8 small objects. It can be anything. I have, here you go, 8 puzzle pieces because I'm working on a puzzle over on my coffee table right now. So that's one thing you could get. Here I have some shells and pebbles. My son used to live in Florida, and he went and picked these up on the beach for me once upon a time. You could use Hot Wheels cars, you could use Legos, pennies, paper clips, anything. You could even just get a piece of paper or a piece of junk mail and tear it up into 8 pieces. So go get your 8 things. Okay, you've got 8 things. I'm going to show you how to play. I'm going to line them up, I think. There, 8. Okay, and then this is my husband. This is Mr. Math. He's going to help us. He's going to be my other player, and I'm going to see if I can beat him with this. So before we start, let me give you the rules. On your turn, you take 1 or 2 objects from the pile. The person to take the last object wins. So if we can put it all here so we can see it all. If I take 1 object, or I can take 2 objects, okay? And that's my turn. And then the next person gets to go. You play with 2 people. So, Mr. Math, do you want to play first or second?
I'll play first.
All right. You can take 1 or 2 items. He took 1. I think I'm going to take 2. Okay. Your turn.
I will also take 2.
Okay, he took 2. So there's 3 things left. I can take 1 or 2, and I am going to, but I also want to take the last thing. Let's see, I'll take 2.
And I will take the last 1.
And he won because he took the last item. So let's try that again. Show you again. We got 8 things. I think I'm going to go first this time. 8. Is that 8? I'm not sure. I'm not sure you didn't rig it. Let's see. I'm going to start and I'm going to take 2.
I will take 1.
All right, then. I'm going to take 2.
And I will take 1 again.
And since I can take 1 or 2 items, I'm going to take 2 and I win. Yay. Okay, that's all there is to it. So you go play a whole bunch of times, and I'm going to suggest that you maybe keep track of how many times you win or you lose, and maybe even take some notes on how you won, because this is our task. Is it possible to always win? So, you know, in tic-tac-toe, they tell you, oh, you can always win if you, I don't even remember, if you go first or if you go second, or if you do this. With this game, is it possible to always win? And if so, how do you do it? Okay, go play and then come back when you're ready to see more. All right. Are you back? You ready to learn some more? Well, first thing I'd like you to do is think about sharing your strategy. You put it in the comment section. I want you to share, how did you figure out this game? Did you figure out if you could always win? And maybe explain how you won one of your games. Okay? Now, you ready for me to tell you the solution? tell you how to always win? Well, if you know me, you know I'm not going to do that, because I think you struggling and continuing to think about something is the best way to learn. That's when your brain actually grows the most and you get the most skills that you can use in real life. So, number one, if you haven't quite figured it out yet, just keep thinking about it. Play with your parent or your grandma or your sibling. See if you can surprise them. If you are ready for more, here's the next piece. What happens if you use a different number of objects? Okay, so is it possible to always win? And if so, how? That's what we're going to do it. So maybe you figured out with 8 that you could always win. What about 9? Can you still win? Is it still the same strategy? I'm not sure. You're going to have to play with it. So you might go 9. Maybe you start just with 7. Does it matter if the numbers are even or odd? I don't know. And then you remember when you're trying to solve math problems, one of the things you do is you work a simpler problem. You could go all the way down, and let's say we're going to play with just 1. Okay, me and Mr. Math are going to play. It's my turn to go first. Do I want to take that one piece? I do, because I'm going to win. I took the last piece. There was only 1, so I won. So that's really basic, right? You can figure that out. Does it change if I just have 2 pieces? Well, do I want to go first or second? Mr. Math, would you want to go first or second?
I think I'd like to go first.
Why would you want to go first?
Because I can take 1 or 2 puzzle pieces and I would win.
So you could take.
I could take both.
You would take both. But what if you only took 1?
Then I would lose.
Because I could take the second one. But he has the choice, so he could take both and he'd win. What happens if you do 3? So this is how you play with a puzzle. This is how you play with a math problem. And you start to go, well, what would happen if? So here's some things. Go try these different ones and see what you can come up with. And again, share those answers. And then come back in a little bit and I will show you one more cool thing. Okay, I'm going to share my computer screen. Okay. I'm going to restart it too. So here's where it looks like. Take the last pencil to win. You get to, I always choose numbers and colors because I'm very visual and it helps me to see the pencils easier. And when we start, you'll see that there are numbers there on the pencils, which I think helps me see what's going on. Then I get to choose. Do I want to start or do I let the computer start? I guess this time I'll start. Now, here's the difference in this game. You can take 1 or 2 or 3 pencils away. That makes it a little more complicated. The other thing, let's look at this. There's 21 pencils. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to just try it a few times and see what's going on. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to take 3. The computer's going to have their turn. They took 2. I could take 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to take 3. Why not? Okay, I'm going to take 2 this time. Take 1. Okay, I can take 1, 2, or 3, and I need to take the last pencil. I think that no matter what I do, I'm going to lose here because if I take 1, the other person can take, the computer can take 3. If I take 2, the computer can take 2. So I'll just take 1 and see what happens. Computer wins. Okay, so I will tell you the truth. This one's a little more challenging. This one is a little more challenging. I'm still figuring it out. I am not 100% sure I can win this version every time. So I challenge you. See what you can figure out. Maybe work with someone else in your home that you guys can bounce ideas off each other. Okay, this is really fun. I hope you enjoy this and you spend some time playing with it and tricking your parents and seeing if your parents or your siblings or whoever, seeing if in the end you can explain how you can always win. See you next time. Have a great day. It's wonderful to see you. Bye-bye.